Alrighty, it is the second round of the Capital Crit series this morning, and last week's weather was actually quite nice. A bit cold, but still quite nice. And today's weather is absolutely awful. I just drove over the hill back from Marston, and it has been pissing down the entire way in like gale force winds. And it stopped raining for the meantime while I'm here, and it's blowing a pretty vicious northerly. I'm the first person from A-Grade to register because it's 11:49 now, and hopefully some more will come, or I'm just going to end up racing by myself. Brakes sorted. Alright, so I've decided I'm actually going to race on my tubulars today because I don't have to worry about punctures because we're just going around this big circuit. So for what we ended up doing, I think we did like 12-13 laps last time. So worst comes to worst, I get a puncture and I can just walk back to the car, and then if I want to go for a little bit of a ride after, I've got my training wheels in here. Yeah, I'm mostly kitted up. It's bloody freezing, so I'm running arm warmers this week. Just got to put the number onto my jersey. Alright, number is on. Hopefully it doesn't look retarded. And let's go do some warm up. Alrighty, I am back from the crit now. So yeah, that race ended up being way different to last week's crit. So last week we had probably a bunch of maybe even 20 plus. This week I think we had 9 riders or something. And then Matt and Dan turned up, the same guy who went off and won solo last week. I just rolled around like everyone else did. And then one guy just went from the start. And then there's like a little bit of the course where there's like a traffic island. You can either go around it this way, or there's like I don't know if it's a shortcut, but you can go the left hand side of it as well. And then we went through there, and the other guy probably had like 20 meters, and then Matt Webb Smith went down the left and then bridged to him, and then they went for probably a lap, and we just slowly thought we'd just work to bring them back. And then we just about got there, and then of course as we were just about to get them, that was when I was on the front and I pulled my turn, so I pulled off, and then everyone attacked. So I had already been doing like a 400 plus watt effort on the front, and then they all attacked, and then I had to get up and sprint, so that just fried my legs. So I don't think my legs were terrible today. They obviously weren't as good as they were last week, but I don't think that was the problem. I think it was just positioning and bad timing on my part. So we'll take a look at the Strava. If you haven't followed me on Strava, the link will be in the description for that. I want to get like 400 followers on Strava, so go and follow me on Strava. So here, the Capital Crit 2. So this was at 22.8 kilometers, 37 and a half minutes ish. And if you count all the laps up, so I only did 11 laps this week. I'm pretty sure I did like 12, 13 laps last week, so obviously it was a little bit slower. It was way windier this week than it was the following. So if you look at the first lap was 340 watts at 43 kilometers an hour, which is bloody fast. And I think if we compare it to my personal best around the circuit from last week, yeah, so 238 was my time this week, and then 237 is my personal best. So only 1 second off on that first lap. So that first lap we were fair going for it. Yeah, and then obviously it just got slower and slower and slower, and then the last lap I just kind of rode around to the finish. So yeah, the weather has turned to shit since I got back. For while we were riding, it's been raining all night, all morning, and then for like that hour slot that we were riding in the grades before us riding, the roads dried out a little bit, and then the rain stopped. But yeah, as you can see, it's back to being super wet. So I haven't had any real problems with my new power meter, except usually on a power meter they obviously have to have a battery in them. As you can see, my battery is just flashing, but usually they obviously have to be waterproof because batteries and water don't mix well. But look, this is all that's protecting my battery from the water. Literally just this tiny bit of rubber, and then there's my battery just fully exposed. So I was talking to one of the mechanics who was in my race from Capital Cycles. He told me to bring it into the store, and we're going to try and shrink wrap it. If you don't know what shrink wrap is, it's like this stuff here, so that shrink wraps the cables together. So yeah, we're going to try and shrink wrap that just so in case it gets wet. The weather tends to be so bad in New Zealand, so we're going to try and shrink wrap that to save it from getting destroyed.
Left Quick Steps decide to kind of break it up, and they launched Stein van Libro off the front.
Alright, I've been watching this YouTube channel. It is Lantern Row. I don't know if that's exactly how you pronounce it, but basically he's been doing these in-depth reviews on like professional. He's just like been talking about like the Tour de France and like Egan Bernal and just stuff, and like really talking like in depth of like tactics and race strategies and stuff, and I find it real interesting. I think like the viewers of my vlog might find it interesting as well, so I'll leave a link for that in the description. If you're interested, go check it out. I think he's gained like 3,000 or 4,000 subscribers in the last week, which is pretty mental. Yeah, that is going to be the end of today's video. Hopefully I can go out for a ride tomorrow, but at the moment in Wellington it is, I think it's about to flood. So yeah, like this video if you have not already, and subscribe if you are new.
Take your clothes off. What's in my drink? It won't let me doze off. In deep breaths, girl, overdose on zone.